Two more. Andy from Tab Deportes, go ahead.
Hi, Billy. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, thank you. Your team has struggled a little bit these couple games, and one of the things that you pointed out was guys kind of internalizing their mistakes, sometimes letting their emotions get the better of them. Wendell, for example, was a bit frustrated at the end of last game. Given how young most of your guys are, how do you help them precisely to not stay in their head? Feel free out there hooping and making plays rather than stuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know necessarily what it is, but I mean, you've got to have the ability to bounce back and move to the next thing. You just do. And, this is a really hard league with really, really great players. And there's going to be ups and downs through the course of a 48-minute game. And, all these guys, we need to develop that kind of resiliency. To me, whether you're a first-year player or whether you're a guy that's in your 10th year, you can go out there and move from play to play. Like every guy's got the ability to be able to do that. And we've got to be able to do that better, as a group. And I've got to help them too. It's not, something that maybe it comes easy to them, but they've got to be able to move past. Like I showed them film today, this morning, as we had those turnovers. It was like 3 in a row. 2 were on an inbounds pass after a free throw, I think, in a made basket or a dead ball. And we turned it over twice. And then I think we had another turnover. And with all that being said, they went up by 1 point. It was a 1-point game, but it just snowballed all the way for a period of time where it was whatever the run was, 21-0 or whatever it was. And it went from, okay, we had a couple of these turnovers, 6-point lead is now turned to a 1-point deficit. Like, you have to be able to come back and respond, as a group. Okay, let's get a good shot. Let's get in our offense. Let's get something, downhill to the basket. Like, you've got to be able to do that. And I think every guy is capable of doing that. But that's something that I wanted to point out to them. It wasn't like all of a sudden it was like 30 seconds to go in the game. We turned the ball over at the end of the game. We lost the game on those 2 turnovers. As bad as that period was for us, it's still a 1-point game, and then we fought our way, and, it's a 10-point game, and then they go on a 10-0 run to start the third quarter. Like, we have to be able to respond, as a group and competitively. You can't have this level of like entitlement. And I'm not saying that our guys do that, but like this thing, okay, you're competing and it's not going my way, and it should not be going my way. It should be going, like, you have to fight. you just have to. And we've got to be better at handling those things, because listen, we're going to be challenged in some areas. It's not always easy for us to score. Sometimes we get some pretty good looks. I think if you look at our shooting percentage in around the basket on close shots, we're shooting about 31%. If you look at Wendell's numbers, he has not obviously shot the ball particularly well. I thought he was more aggressive last night. I think he did a lot of really good things, but he had some finishes that maybe he was frustrated with himself, but he's got to get better at doing that. But that's going to be things that are going to happen for us, where we're going to have these droughts, but we can still grind and defend and manufacture stops to get out on the break to try to generate some easier baskets. But there's going to be certain areas that we can be challenged in. And that's, when you're challenged, you're going to have to fight a little bit harder. Our room for error, margin for error, is not this huge margin where we're just going to overwhelm you with speed, quickness, size, athleticism, and talent. We're going to have to do it together collectively as a group, and they're going to have to pull together as a group. And that's really what it's going to take.
Thank you, Billy.
Yep.